Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster, and my fellow Toastmasters and guests. It is a privilege to be here in front of you tonight. I remember the day well when I received a very prestigious award. And we're not talking about your average prestigious award. In fact, some of us here in this room, we've got advanced awards. Some of us even have distinguished awards. But I'm talking about the kind of prestigious award like Ralphie's dad received in A Christmas Story. We're talking leg lamp kind of prestigious award here. I remember the day very well. I was sitting down after a beautiful Thanksgiving dinner with my family. Our gathering was a little bit small that year because my grandfather had passed away earlier in May. And so all the family that usually had come in for Thanksgiving had come in earlier for the funeral, and so they weren't able to join us. But that meant that I was one of the oldest cousins that year. That means that I got the chair. I was kicked back in the chair, the game was on, and I was about 5 seconds away from a tryptophan coma. When out of the corner of my eye, I saw my grandmother and my aunt emerging from the back room. Held up high in their hands were these two pieces of paper, and they shouted, "Stephen, do you want your grandfather's boner award?" No, I don't. No. You see, my grandfather, as we were going through all the different memorabilia from his life and the different things that Thanksgiving and giving the things away, I was one of a handful of cousins that year. So there's not exactly a whole lot left to come down and to be passed down to me from my grandfather. So something inside me told me I should go ahead and accept these pieces of paper. I looked on these two pieces of paper, and much to my chagrin, it says, Mid-Dale Toastmasters Club number 257, Boner Award for the Evening, presented to my grandfather, Charlie Self. In fact, Dolores, it actually has your signature on this. I promise you, it is from 2002. My grandfather, Charlie, was actually a brief member of Mid-Dale Toastmasters, and he had attended this club. For those that are not familiar with this very prestigious award, this award was given at the time to members for that meeting who had made the most boneheaded mistakes of the day. So, at some point, I got the two pieces of paper that represented my grandfather's journey in Toastmasters.
Yay!
A boner award, which I understand it actually used to come with a little plastic bone or something with it, that was passed down from member to member week after week. And the original Speechcraft participation certificate when he had originally joined in Toastmasters. The time that I received those items, I too was just beginning my Toastmasters journey. I had just settled down into my new job. I hadn't been working there a few years, and I had started into a new position. A position that would require me to represent this club and this organization to various representatives and various executives. A few members that were also a part of Toastmasters suggested, you need to join. So I decided to join Toastmasters. And I went home that afternoon and got back to work on Monday. I had to email someone, what is this award? And so I learned more about what the Boner Award was. I learned what it meant to receive one and what it was all about. And so I began to understand. I'm not sure if you guys still do that or not. I kind of hope not. In today's environment and structure, I don't know that it would be the most appropriate award to be given out. But it always reminded me as I proceeded through my Toastmasters journey that for every advanced award that I received, for every distinguished award that I would receive, that the one award that would mean the most to me was the one that I framed next to my DTM, and that is my grandfather's Boner Award. Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster.